Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Coil Quickcard, and welcome back to Rogue Command, which has received another update. It is now on version 0.9.81. Still not in full release yet. Absolutely still an amazing game in its current condition. Absolutely worth the price, in my opinion. The big thing for this update is that there is a new specialist, specifically the incinerator. And if you've watched any of me playing this, you know that I love to go with burning attacks. They are so goddamn good. So we've got the incinerator, where the attacks burn targets for 5 seconds. Each incinerator increases the damage of smart fire by 30%. That's insane. And its activated ability launches missiles, 24 missiles, each dealing 12 damage and igniting a smart fire. And it also gives you the passive ability Fire Caller, where burning enemies move and attack 20% slower. That is awesome. I am going to stick with the hover harvesters that I think give me really good stuff. A reach engineer. Yeah, no new engineers. Hover harvesters are fine. We're just gonna go with Ascension 1. Nothing too crazy. Simple difficulty. Let's actually reset my battle archive upgrades for the sake of this. I really want to focus on the burning. So, rerolls are good to have. Let's see. Don't really need a random hack. I think focusing just on the map upgrades might be the best option. Enemies in the first 2 stages have greatly reduced HP. Honestly, yeah, let's go with that. Let's see. This is all for my structures. This is all for my engineer. This is all basically unit stuff. And these are all, like, basic general upgrades. Increased movement speed is pretty good. Even faster harvesters is fine. More speed. Crystal pickups. Those are all pretty good. I think why don't I just throw all my points into investing in my economy? Yeah, why not? Yeah. don't mind just doing that. Crystal pickups, don't really need... Sure. The starting thing is kind of the big thing. Improved damage, improved... Sure. We'll just grab some of that, and then... Yeah, I think that is good. Alright, let's start our run. Sorry to break you from your path. They will know you have been changed. Alright, so what sort of stuff do I want? Robos, double coins might be the best way to go. Fire starters, yes, I think that's absolutely the right way to go. Let's go for our hacks. When one of your units dies, you get 20% of its cost back. I really like that. Let's go for another hack. Honestly, this just means even faster collection. And sure, extra coins, let's start. Patrol. Units will patrol between their current position and the point given in patrol order with the left click. They will engage spotted enemies aggressively. To add multiple points, hold down Shift to set up the patrol. Yes, this is another new thing with this update. We actually have patrol commands now, which is huge. We can start with the fire starter, or the incinerator, fire starters. Alright. And now, everybody activate your skills. These guys are going to be harvesting like absolute crazy. There we go. No, engineer, don't do that. But we do need another hover harvester. Honestly, we probably don't need too many units to get through this, since we took the option for reduced stuff. Ooh, give strength to those with patience. And it's right next to a crystal tower. Okay, yeah, that's fantastic. That's fine. It is slowly gathering energy. We can build another hover harvester. I really want to play with my incinerators. Alright, everybody activate your skills. Perfect. So I believe these guys now have strength. Increases damage by 40% in the size of skills and attacks with a... Okay, that's huge. So it only gives strength to those units which are right next to it. Interesting. Alright, incinerator. Fire. Alright, all units move in. Do your regular attacks. Yes, your regular attacks do burn the enemy. So specifically, these things are good for increasing the damage of smart fire. Not necessarily just regular fire. So, well, they don't increase the power of burning, but they do increase the power of smart fire, and smart fires cause burning. Another new thing with this patch is you can actually see a number of combat statistics after you clear your levels, which is a nice feature. Let's go this way. And then get these starting crystals, which are good. No, hack starting crystals upgrade. Yeah, hack starting crystals upgrade. So do I want to get a vehicle or a blueprint? Let's just go with a random blueprint. Ah, yes. Fire artillery. That works. Okay, a hack. Enemies with burning get a 25% chance to become panicked. That's really damn good. And extra starting crystals and an upgrade. What do we get? None of these really work for me. 25% crit chance against burning targets. Yeah, we'll put that on the fire starters. I have already loved doing burning builds, and this one is just stupidly strong. Alright, every harvester, get going. Let's go ahead and burn down the forest. We don't need the forest. Forests are silly. Very good. Alright, get our hover harvesters up and running. And another harvester up and running. And the fire artillery is super expensive. But I would still really like one. Although it really isn't strictly necessary for this level in particular. So let's just get 2 more incinerators, a few more fire starters, and we'll just make quick work of this level. Come on. And good. We still haven't fallen behind on the timing of our hover harvester production. Very good. We are still under the effects of, whoop, nope, 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 don't you do that. We are still under the effects, I believe, of the reduced, unit health. So that's good. And we actually can get our fire artillery. That's wonderful. Alright, let's go. Yeah, these guys have no chance. Come on. Is it? Oh, crap. Yes. Yes, it is. Those bastards flew up my incinerator factory. The gall of them. Okay, okay. Alright. That's how you want to play this? Fine. You want me to actually be aggressive? You want me to actually use the best of my abilities? So be it. You're going to have a real bad time against my fire artillery. Come on, everybody. Everybody up the ramp. Everybody up the ramp. Everybody up the ramp. Nope. You guys go over there. Okay, everybody go. Now the fire artillery... Where the hell is the fire artillery? I think it just blindly went into the base because I never deployed it. Admittedly, I'm not really great at micromanaging artillery. They might just be more useful staying home. Alright. Okay. We could get robos, turrets, blueprints, high max health, or spawns. I think... hack, coins, and crystals. The 3 closest factories immediately build a unit for free. That is genuinely awesome. Grab ourselves another hack. None of these are super helpful. Additional crit chance for veterans is pretty good. Coins and start crystals are always good. I'm really curious what kind of specialist enhancements the incinerators can get. Okay. Let's see if this time I can just run incinerators and fire artillery. Cool. Alright. Everybody get rolling. There we go. Excellent work. Build another harvester. Doing pretty good. Let's build an incinerator. I think we'll have enough for a harvester before the harvester finishes. So the enemies are no longer starting with reduced health, and I need to make sure I stay aware of that. Probably will be able to get another incinerator. Not before the harvester is done. Come on, guys. You saw the enemies go that way. Okay, enemies don't want to attract my attention, apparently. Activate your skills. Go for the faster harvesting. And yes, another one of those. Excellent. Okay. So now we need more artillery. They're moving nice and fast. More hover harvesters. Okay. Let's go this way. Okay. Oh. Here. Guys, if you could move in, please. Come on. More hover harvesters. One of the big, and in fact one of the only weaknesses of the hover harvesters was just how quickly they could drain your starting mineral fields. So fortunately, we don't have to worry about that anymore. Ah. Cool. That should pretty much take care of that base. Alright, let's go. Yes. No, I think we really, really do need our fire starters. Okay, that's fine. Takes these guys a long time to build. Come on, just burn him down, please. Oh, no, actually, guys, move up, move up. Okay. Yeah, let's move in. Let's get a bunch more fire starters. And all of you go into fast mode. Okay. Guys. Oh, they don't have the energy. Okay. Crap. Alright. You guys all just need to toggle. We need new incinerators. We need new firebots. Okay. And we have another big guy down here. Fire, fire, fire. Yes. Go. Cool. Come on. That's fine. Alright. Everybody move in over there. We need more fire starter forges. Okay, sweet. Alright, let's go. Yeah, relying just on the burning is not the best against things with that much health. Damn. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. We took down one enemy base, so... presumptively... this is not working as well as I had hoped. I kind of really need, like, the incinerator for, like, the furnace building to really make this work. Sure. There we go. Yep, just fire all the missiles. Put out a bunch of smart fire. Make sure the buildings go down. Okay, that's not good. Okay. Yes, that is fine. Let's also move in. Nope, my fire artillery is still needed here. Okay. Nope. Back up. There we go. God damn, those big tanks are a real problem. Okay, move. Okay, that's fine. Yes, fire. Okay, nope, nope, nope. Move in, move in, move in. Yeah, we're still able to hold that line very effectively. What we need are more fire starters. And factory chargers. Okay. Alright, let's go. Factory chargers. This one specifically is actually blocked.
Unit lost.
Alright. Alright. If you are going to cause that much trouble, then we're going to sweep around this way. We are going to find where the hell you are attacking me from. And we are going to put it down. There. Cool. Keep going. Take all this crap down. Move in even closer. Good. So that probably eliminates their ability to get anyone up except through here. And they finally took out the smart artillery. Alright, so they have units moving in from this direction now. Normally I'm used to finishing these off with a giant snowball of death, but apparently snowball of death is not working as well as I am used to this time. There shouldn't be enough room for a base up there, so this should be their last base.
Our base is under attack.
Yeah, I'm not really too worried about that. There we go. Fire the missiles. Okay, yeah, we basically crippled them on our last attack. We just never really realized it. Thank you. Thank you for burning them. Alright, perfect. That one went quite a bit harder than I expected, but we still got through it. We destroyed 150 of their units. We lost 69 of ours. Nice. So, what kind of an upgrade do we get? Burning enemies deal 20% less damage. Burning enemies lose 1% max HP per second. Okay. That's insane. Percentile-based damage is one of the most important things I could get. So we have high damage, armored, blueprint. I've got enough money. I want to work toward the shop. So we can either have armored or high damage. High damage plus our factory chargers is really good. Yeah, railgun tanks. Like, literally one of the most powerful things in the game. A hack. %, 2 seconds of invincibility on my little fire starters is great. Alright, let's check out the shop. Okay. Sight range +5 on... Ooh, do I want that on the artillery or the railgun tanks? Probably the artillery. The orbital recon is really good. Boosting the weapon range of the railgun tanks would be really good. We can also increase their damage output by 30%, which is insane. Let's re-roll. Each second an enemy is burning the fire has a 25% chance to jump to the next. That's ridiculously good. We can also get favorite toy. Monster Ray mode is amazing, but it is unfortunately consumable these days. Favorite toy on the railgun tanks is about as powerful as it can be. And then we could put 2 armor on the fire starters, which would really add to their survivability. and that lets me get even more starting crystals. At this point, we may legitimately just completely shift from the burn strategy into unstoppable railgun tanks of death strategy. Because it really does not get much stronger than that. I think the incinerators and 2 fire starter forges are what I want to do to start. Have them all activate their skills. Start an incinerator, start 2 more fire starters. There we go. That works pretty good. Okay. Harvester. 2 more fire starters. If we can get to the point where I can build a factory charger and 2 railgun tanks, then, I mean, every railgun tank factory can only build up to 5. So, it is... If I can just suddenly go from having no railgun tanks to suddenly having, like, 6 of them, that is about as broken an army as you can possibly field in this game. Not to mention that with boosted range and damage, and even dropping like a favorite toy on one of them, their damage output is obscene. Okay, that is all the regular units I can field. Everybody drop your skill again. Let's get a factory charger, just so we can start charging that. Because the factory charger only spawns at like half of what it needs to get things going. And honestly, yeah, let's just take out this obstacle. This thing is crazy. And it's just right in the middle of all my area. Yeah, would you guys mind just taking all this stuff out, please? Thank you. Okay, that's good. Even more hover harvesters. More hover harvesters. We need as big an economy as we can possibly field. We've gotten enough to defend myself, especially just against a bunch of little melee guys. That's fine. Why don't you all patrol... You guys go here, and I want you to patrol over there. Yep, here comes our enemies. The factory charger is nearly complete. So I want 3,000 crystals so that I can drop 2 railgun tank factories. Here is the first one, and we're going to drop favorite toy on it. And we're going to drop another factory charger here. God damn, these things are strong. And yet another factory charger. Yep, here we go. I think we just suffered 0 losses. Alright, pop the skills. Hover harvesters are nearly finished with their queue of production. I do not believe I have lost a single unit. Perfect. The other factory chargers are not yet ready. So we're just going to get even more hover harvesters in the meantime. We are going to roll out with an obscene number of super-powered railgun tanks. Okay, that one's at 33 health. Perfect. Alright, nope, they're attacking my harvester. Screw that. You don't get to attack my harvester. You're at 38 energy. And 40. Pop, pop, pop. Say hello to 6 more railgun tanks. And now we roll out because at this point the railgun death ball can basically handle whatever they've got. Oh, that's interesting. There's a data pod over here. If you guys wouldn't mind fleeing this way. Data pod. Initiate self-destruct sequence when unattended. Will make all enemies weaker for the rest of the level. Yeah, I'll take that. And now that we have got these forces all produced, we can begin work on more fire starter forges. Yeah, I really don't think our base being under attack is a thing that's going to matter very soon. Okay. Datapod's losing energy. Okay. Entire army roll out over there. Hover harvesters, do your thing. Yeah, the railgun tanks are practically cheating. So this one's got veteran. I want to find one that has veteran and favorite toy. Okay. So, the favorite toy veterans are dealing 96.75 damage with every one of their attacks. They only attack like every 4 seconds. But that's really not much of a problem. This is especially going to help on the boss levels where we're up against like singularly powerful threats. Alright, everybody just give him an order to move in. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. The front line is able to soak all the damage, while the railgun tanks can target down the priorities. Okay, here is our target. There we go. Not bad. Economy support. Increased crystal harvest rate. I think that's pretty damn good. Let's go for a hack. Units will slowly heal near obstacles is actually really, really damn good. Landing a critical hit will regenerate for 3 seconds. I think passive healing is pretty good. Ooh, adds 10 MP. Ooh. Or increases areas of skills and attacks. Or we could boost weapon range. Let's just re-roll. Ooh. Okay. I think making the incinerators a little bit better is really good. There we go. There it is. Burning droplets. Burning enemies get a chance to spawn a smart fire. Oh, that is so goddamn good. Alright, for this one, we're going to try to go back to just like a bunch of fire starters. I don't really like to micromanage the artillery, but they are pretty strong. So let's drop the incinerator here. Would multiple harvest tuners stack? I don't actually know. But we are going to find out. Let's find out. Because if we can boost up these harvesters even further, that's kind of insane. I think I just have this so low it's barely audible. At the very least, surely the music can go up. There we go. Alright. Yes, build another hover harvester, build an incinerator, 2 fire starters. I can't see their active effects, so this doesn't appear to actually produce a buff that I can read the details of. So if it's not producing a buff, then I don't really have a reason to believe it does stack. But I also don't really have a reason to believe it doesn't stack. If it just gave, like, a fixed buff, then I would assume stacking would be out of the question. But it doesn't do that. This would be a lot better if I could get my hands on the furnaces, though, since those just passively increase the damage that burning does. Okay. How many of you per factory? 5. We also need another incinerator. Pop the skill. Get another harvester rolling. Even more fire starters. Even more fire starters. And at least another couple fire starters. Okay. That seems fine. Let's go with more forges. Everybody pop your skills. They've got a crashed transport over there. There we go. Oh, we're running slimes today. Okay. Slimes are pretty decently countered by burning. Okay. So I want you to go there. And then... yes. You're going to be group 1. And even more of you. Hover harvesters, pop your skills. Alright, you guys need to move out of the way. Incinerator needs to move out of the way. Alright, we need to burn down this building. Okay, they've got units coming. This one needs to toggle attack mode. Let's keep going. Alright, we can get the transport taken down. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Mineral pickups. Guessing that my target is down here. Fire artillery. Perfect. It seems like the entire enemy force is coming from this direction. So they must have a base. Like right over here? Unless they're taking a really roundabout path? No, I guess not. That's interesting. Okay. Engineer, if you would not mind, how about some more fire starter forges? Alright, I guess all the enemies are up here then. Interesting. And this should just be about done. Okay. All artillery. Move out. Okay. That's fine. Go. Alright, now we've got the kind of defenses that we really need. Also, a crap more fire starters are getting built. Alright, hover harvesters. Just in case things get a little crazy, our next wave will be railgun spam. And fire. Perfect. Keep going. How dare you just randomly fire at me from there? Problem solved. Here we go. Here's the target. Okay, first things first. Fire your missiles. Just take these damn buildings down. Perfect. Alright, no more slime bots. Never mind, they've got a lot of slime bot production. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the railgun tanks will not be necessary. Excellent. And their command center is just about destroyed. Perfect. Not bad. We lost 5 units only during that. Okay, support buildings. This is where I really, really need a furnace. Thank God we got the furnace. Passively deals 3 additional damage a second to all burning enemies. Damage ignores armor. Yes. Absolutely, that's what we wanted. Let's get a random drop. That's an orbital lightning strike. That's awesome. More starting crystals, and a hack. We already have a chance for burning enemies to panic. This will further increase the panic. So this means that enemies, as they are burning and as they get weakened, they have a chance to start fleeing. When they start fleeing, they stop attacking. They also have a chance to, spread smart fire. They're running into enemy groups. They're disrupting enemy movement. They're spreading fire efficiently. Very effective combination. Okay. So this is the next boss stage, and I need to play this smart. So I'm actually going to start with the furnaces right off the bat, and then the usual 2 fire forges, which still leaves me enough for the hover harvester construction, as well as 2 extra fire starters. So let's start taking out these obstacles a little bit, just so we can clear up the area. Cool. And another hover harvester. Perfect. And an incinerator. And a hover harvester. And some lovely crystals to pick up. Not bad. Go for more hover harvester skills. We're going to see if only having 1 tuner on this level makes a noticeable difference with the speed that I am gathering crystals. Because we were running 3 tuners last time, and by the end I just casually glanced up and we had like 7,000 crystals. So the furnaces are just about the best combo piece I could have with this build. Pop skills. Go with the fire starters and fire starters. Now we are getting some truly, truly great economy power going. And that is all the fire starters that I can afford for now. Well, all the ones I can make with my current set of factories for now. Let's get the fire artillery down. They are very slow to build, but they are excellent for defending the base. So let's get another one built. More hover harvesters. Yeah. Oh, okay. Here comes the attack. Alright, so they are running the drills on this one. Cool. Let's get more hover harvesters. And fire artillery up and running. Oh crap. Alright. No, they got the transporter. Okay. No, transporter takes me out so damn fast. Crap. God damn. Okay. Okay. Gather the crystals. Oh, right. We are going to need way more fire forges. Okay. That is fine. Whole bunch of these guys. Alright, let's go. We've got to start whittling down some of their how do I want to say? We need to start taking down some of their auxiliary bases. We need fewer enemies out here. We've got a lot of foes that are attacking from there. We can go with an orbital lightning strike over there. These guys and that, you all need to run over here to defend my base. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yes, all of you run over here. You guys check up on that hill for any additional production. Okay, they do have additional production. We do have global range burns that we can activate. And a third fire artillery. Yeah, we're just gonna need a bunch of little guys. Okay. Cool. That's fine. Alright, all of you move up, take that out. Okay, that is one auxiliary base taken. They've got a lot of stuff over here. We need even more of these. We need any of you that are able to pop your skills. Okay, that's fine. Alright. That is one auxiliary force destroyed. Okay, let's go. Let's work our way down. Try to take out as many forces as we can. We're doing pretty good there. What I need now that this side of the map seems pretty secure is to have our forces meet up. Okay. We got the factory chargers, 2 of them at least, built and going. Okay, fire artillery, no, we actually need you up there. The other fire artillery still hasn't finished construction. What is this? An ancient healing fountain. Oh, that's interesting. Let's try going up here. Okay. Toggle attack mode. Untoggle attack mode. We are going to move here. Okay, we're going to move you there. Do we have eyes on another enemy base? We do not yet. Engineer can build another factory charger there. All hover harvesters can activate their skill. Okay. All 5 hover harvesters are set. Let's go. We've got plenty of guys spread around the map. Okay, here's a big one. As I had thought, the battered combination along with the smart fire spreading is absolutely brutal. God damn it. They blew up a factory charger. Okay. That is so damn annoying. Yes, let's try to move this way. No, okay. Here is a primary force. That is fine. Railgun tanks, railgun tanks. And come on, factory chargers. I believe in you. Everybody move out this way. Railgun tanks, I want you guys to move up here. Factory chargers. Perfect. Okay, move out. Okay. We are fine. And we are now probably good for the entire force to move out this way. Let's drop our fire. There we go. Okay. Almost everything they have that could threaten me has now been neutered. And even if they repel this force, they're not going to repel much else. Especially not with the railguns moving in. But you guys need to move back here. You need to start taking out these things. Alright, everybody move in. The railgun tanks are coming. Yeah, this is done. Railgun tanks, if you wouldn't mind eliminating the problem. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We lost 40 units to their 252. And here is our upgrade. When burning enemy units die, they permanently add 3% of their attack to 5 random visible allied units. Burning enemies explode for 20% of their max HP when they die. Burning enemies deal 3 damage per second to all their enemies in a 3-cell radius around them. Oh my god, these are good. Holy freaking hell, these are so these are so good. Okay, fire starters can die in mass, so this would be a bonus going on things that are going to just die. I think the Hellfire Aura is best, because then we have burning enemies that are fleeing into other enemies. Let's see. What path do I want to take? Coin upgrade is pretty damn good. Although I don't have too much that I can actually upgrade. Hack random drop upgrade? Hack random drop start crystals? This is upgrade hack start crystals. I know there's a flame turret. Let's go hack drop crystals. So, do we want high damage or quick attack? Let's go with quick attack. Hornet tanks. Oh, that's interesting. These would be really, really good against shields. I kind of like that. And hack. Okay, crystal fields last 20% longer. That's huge. Random drop. We got orbital artillery. And even more start crystals. Okay. Cool. We are running such a powerful force. It did say that the enemy on this level is tanks. So let's start with our incinerator and 2 fire starters like usual. Let's also drop a harvest tuner. I think stacked harvest tuners absolutely did help. And let's also drop a furnace back here. Okay, and begin the construction. 2 more fire starters. Perfect. Engineer can hide out back here. Another harvester. Another incinerator. Okay. That's pretty good. 2 more fire starters. Another hover harvester. I am decently certain that the harvest tuner does stack in the same area. I think. I'm like 65% sure of that. I suppose I could just watch. Okay, on the next level, I will actually slow time, and I will actually watch the speed with which the harvester's mineral bar actually fills up. And I will confirm it once and for all, one way or the other. Harvester. 2 more fire starters. And 2 more fire starters. And that should be all for those factories. I really like the idea of the Hornet tanks, but since we're going into a stage where the enemy is relying on tanks, it's going to be about the armor that they use. So, for instance, against something with 3 armor, this would only be doing 1.2 damage per hit. In fairness, the fire starters are not that much better than that, but they're just a lot cheaper. So let's get down more fire starters. Pop the harvester skills again. We just want to build up that economy as quickly as possible. More fire starters. And even more harvesters. The fire artillery are good, but I'm just not really highly skilled at micro, and unfortunately, toggleable artillery are most efficient when they are microing. I'm actually pretty decent with siege tanks, though. But to be honest, that's really just because... I mean, the siege tanks are like the only thing doing that, and generally I'm just using them for a very, very specific, you know, offensive or defensive purpose. Like, I'll just plant them on a ramp or something. This is definitely going to be one of those stages where I'm going to want my railguns. So we're going to drop our factory chargers and let them start charging. Here we go. This is probably enough forces to hold back just about any threat that I could face before I get these factories up and running. And then I think I may just send out the railgun tanks on their own. Okay, well, just in case an enemy decides to attack up here, we'll go ahead and put our railgun tanks over there. And we're going to drop our favorite toy on this one. We're at 31 energy for the factory chargers. Factory charger railgun tanks is busted. We can afford one more hover harvester in this area. Nope. Okay. Long distance enemy artillery There's also a fox. Hello, fox. Will attack targets with slow and low health. Okay, factory chargers. There we go. And 2 more railgun tanks. How long do they take to build? 50 seconds. That is a long damn time. God damn it.
Under attack.
Would you guys cut that out already? Okay, railguns. You guys are going to go here. Once they're all ready, the railguns are going to move out. Hurry it up, railguns. And then while that is going on... Honestly, why not a couple Hornet tank factories? Why not 3 Hornet tank factories? Cool. Alright. Yep, let's go. Go, my Hornet tanks and my railguns. This is gonna be a hell of a force. Oh, that's adorable. They brought high health units to this fight. Oh, that is so cute. Let's get more Hornet tanks. Come on. Yep. The Hornet tanks can hold the front line with their shields. And then the railguns just absolutely annihilate them. Cool. Alright, they got units moving from up here, so... I doubt this is their main base, but they definitely have an auxiliary base in this direction. We also want to move our extra batch of Hornet tanks up here. Yep. Okay, group 3, move up. Hornet tanks, you guys really don't need to engage with that. The railguns are gonna take it out. Cool. Cool. Let's keep on moving. Ah, I see. Guys, if you wouldn't mind moving out, please. Let's also fire some burning missiles. And get some more fire starter forges going. Okay. Let's go. Also, more Hornet tanks, more fire starters. Yeah, that's fine, guys. Just get out of there. Alright, Hornet tanks, move out. Come on. We got enemies over here, and I would prefer for the railgun tanks to annihilate them. Yep. Let's go, let's go. More fire starters. All the fire starters. Yep, this is probably the primary enemy base. And we've got a strong force moving from 2 different sides. strats. The railguns are absolutely going to make quick work of this. Yep. Yeah, I'm really not worried about a sandstorm. In fact, they've already lost. Perfect. Okay. Moving on. Second to last thing. We could go for coins, and then start crystals. Along with healers. Small healing spire? Why not? Coins. Upgrade or start crystals? Start crystals. Let's go. We're going to have a nice, clean run. Okay. So first, that. Next. Let's go for the incinerator. 2 fire starters. Let's actually get the factory chargers up and running. Okay. So, I'm going to watch how long it takes this unit to fill this bar over, like, let's say 10 seconds. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I guess we can just keep track of how long it takes it to fill up one of the black bars. Is honestly just easier, I think. Okay. Alright, so we now have our baseline. So then we're going to see how long it takes to fill up a bar with the harvest tuner. Okay, we got 1 harvest tuner. Alright. So this one, we're gonna see how long it takes this one to fill up a full bar. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so a roundish 10 seconds to fill up a full bar with 1 tuner. We're going to go ahead and pop their skill right now. We also need more harvesters. On this level, we're going to be playing this a lot more seriously. We're going to go into the railgun tanks very quickly. And another couple fire starters should be good to have. Okay. That's good. Let's get another crystal tuner. Another crystal harvester queued up. It's going to be a little bit less efficient as I wait for these, but I think that's okay. Just so I can get a definitive answer on these harvest tuners. Okay. So now... There we go. Okay, we have 3 crystal tuners. So I'm going to focus on this one now. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I think from looking at this very closely, I think it is faster with multiple harvest tuners, I think. Okay, let's go with another fire starter forge. Everybody pop your skills again. The factory chargers are all ready, so at this point it's really just getting the minerals to drop my tanks. So we're just going to invest in the crystal harvesters to keep one queued up at all times. And we're just going to wait until we can get 2 railgun factories. Which, honestly, I don't think is actually going to take very long. Alright, queue up another one. And we'll probably be able to drop our first railgun factory relatively quickly. Alright, this time they're running those little bots that have like a lot of shields on them. So there's my first railgun tank. We're going to favorite toy it. Make sure we queue up another one. And I think that's all we can do for this single mineral field. Everybody activate their skills, so we can get this even faster. We're over 1,000. Not quite where we wanted to end up yet. Okay. Railgun. And pop, pop, pop. There we go. Okay, railguns. You are up. And then we want you to be supported by a Hornet tank or 2. Perfect. And build another Hornet tank. There we go. Let's go. Okay. That's good. Build more Hornet tanks. Build even more Hornet tanks. How long is it for the Hornet tanks? It's 35 seconds for the Hornet tanks. That's fine. Harvesters, all drop your skills. We can also go for another railgun. And one last railgun. There we go. So once we've got all of our Hornets and our railguns, we will move out the Death Fleet. Yeah, that was pretty damn effective. Perfect. And also more fire starters just to protect the home front. Alright, there's Railgun 1. There's Railgun 2. We are now at maxed railguns. And we need 35 seconds for the Hornet tank. We start building more of those. We have all the harvesters pop their skills. There we go. Okay. We are going to have all of these units patrol over this way. And move the Hornet tanks over here. And there we go. Here is the Death Ball. Hornet tanks and railguns. Probably one of the stronger sets of units you could possibly field without making use of skills. Yep, here we go. The shields drop pretty damn fast from the Hornets. They passively heal themselves when they are near obstacles.
Unit under attack.
And we can even just make even more Hornets and even more fire starter forges. Oh, those were fire artillery. Whoops. Whatever. We've got so many supplies. We're fine. Okay. Yep, let's move up. The shields drain fast, and then the railguns clean them up. Let's just keep rolling forward. Nice and easy. Okay, that's fine. Railguns move in. There we go. Clean up the shields. I actually lost a railgun tank at some point. Well, that's disturbing. Okay. Railgun tanks. Okay, that's good. Hornets, move in. You do really, really good against the shields. I still think it is most likely, yes, that the enemies are in this area. So let's move our entire military force into this area. All of them. Okay, Hornets, retreat. Railgun, retreat. Alright, let's move in. Take out these turrets. And that's the end of their base. Perfect. Okay, so we're going up to a shop and we have 600 coins. Oh god, I could just get even more starting crystals and burn this economy build even faster. Screw it. On death, spawn a robo-zombie. Add 10 MP. Becoming battered will summon a beam spirit. I don't know. Just summon zombies if I lose my guys. Alright. Let's see. What do I want? Armored get +3 move speed. That would mean my railgun tanks move quite a bit faster. Veterans attack cooldown reduced by 20%. That's huge. Unit production cost -30%. Yes, on the hover harvesters, that's amazing. Boosted weapon range on the Hornet tanks could be pretty good. Armor on the Hornet tanks could be pretty good. I think faster attack speed is pretty good. But Harvester drop lets me get the economy rolling faster. I don't... Oh. Fully charge the MP of all friendlies. That could mean my factory would get going faster. Okay, we're going to add armor to the Hornet tanks. And then we're going to make all armored units move faster. Alright, we are going up against the Mechanical Legion in the vast eroded depression. And it's an elevated desert. Alright, let's do this. Final level of the run. We are going to try to drop railgun tanks within a matter of seconds, which is one of the most broken concepts I have ever considered for this game. So, hopefully it works. Okay. Alright. So first we slow. We are starting with 6,806 minerals. So we're going to drop that right off the bat. We're going to drop our hover harvesters right off the bat. We are going to summon our 3 factory chargers right off the bat. And then a railgun tank factory right off the bat. Okay, good. So now we have 2 extra hover harvesters to start, which is saving me time and money. We're going to favorite toy one of these. Now these things, the 3 closest factories immediately build a unit for free. So, yes, we definitely want the railgun tank factory. But we also want something else. Ideally, a Hornet tank factory. It's a little expensive, and it does mean the economy is going to take a little bit longer to ramp up. But this is basically going to make an unstoppable force immediately. Okay, we're almost there. Almost. Okay. Hornet Tank Factory. And we don't even have to wait for these to recharge, because we completely fill the mana of everybody at once, which also lets me immediately reactivate my harvesters into fast mode. And immediately gives me a grand total of... yeah. A lot. It gives me an immediate grand total of a lot. And on top of that, they all move faster. Also, somehow I ended up with like 2,000 crystals in that short period of time. I don't actually understand how that happened. But sure. Okay. Let's move out. We can absolutely start blasting against their auxiliary bases. And I can start building my hover harvesters like usual. I have no idea where their auxiliary bases might be, but they usually place them on the edges. So now that we have that up, we can put down an incinerator assembly.
Unit under attack.
Yeah, I'm really not worried about my units being under attack this early when I am fielding this many units. Okay, no, you guys need to back up. Okay, that is fine. Alright, Hornet tanks, you can take... you can just stand back here a minute. Meanwhile, back at base, we're going to build the incinerators. We have 2 more railgun tanks, which we are going to add to the primary attack force. Incinerator, you are going to go back here. Yes, we do want more hover harvesters. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that is 1 auxiliary base taken down. Cool. And along with those 2... God damn, the economy is still so strong. And that's before I even drop my harvest tuners. Let's get all 3 of my harvest tuners dropped. Okay. Group 1 needs the last Hornet tank as well. So they've got perforator mechs. They shoot slime spawner missiles. And they are pretty damn strong in their own right. Come on. Alright. So that's pretty damn slow. Come on. Let's go this way. And then even more hover harvesters. Honestly, just get all the hover harvesters going. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, tanks, move back. Okay, that's fine. Move in. We have an absolutely busted build of units right now. And the economy at home is growing so damn fast, I can barely keep track of it. So let's get the 2 furnaces built. Come on, guys. Let's go. We can take out their forces relatively quickly. And the whole time, as long as we're passing by obstacles, we are healing. Alright. That is good. Let's build our first fire starter facilities, just in case. And I am guessing that their primary base... Oh! Sorry about that. Had to deal with something. Anyway, back into this. Yeah, we are doing just fine. More Hornet tanks, more fire starters. Oh. Okay, enemies are actually attacking me now. Hornet tanks, move out. There we go. Let's take care of this problem with a bunch of our fire, and then continue moving my kill team back in. Okay, so here's the kill team. So now we're going to go with our orbital artillery and our missile fields. There we go. Yep, Hornet tanks, go ahead and move back. All the railgun tanks, move in. Hornet tanks, just sort of stay in front of them a bit. Yep, we got a good clean run. Ah, take them out. Alright, let's get those turrets out of the way. Perfect. Keep going. And with that guy out of the way... Alright. We just gotta clean up some random units. And we are done with this run. Yeah, this thing's got nothing. Perfect. Alright, and so that was a good clean run using the new specialist with a nice fire focus. So that worked pretty good. Multiple achievements unlocked. Since we've also now finally got achievements with this as well. Yep, Rogue Command continues to be absolutely awesome. And the... Oh, you unlocked points for the Battle Archive. Bidding new Ascension... Hold on. No, I didn't unlock new stuff. Yeah, I figured I was at max. That's just a tooltip that was not fully... New Ascension levels. It might be worth some on my own time going through an Ascension 10 again just to see if I unlock any more archive things, but yeah, the new Incinerator is fantastic. That is a wonderful unit. If you're interested in doing a fire build, that is so goddamn good. So thank you all so much for watching. Try Rogue Command if you think it looks fun, and I will see you all on the next one.